Tonight,
I'm not someone you need to worry about.
the yellow team has the power to eliminate.
You guys are on the list of potentials to vote out.
But will they rule with their
I'm
hearts
prepared to put my hand up and say you can vote me out.
or their heads?
Wayne thinks he's going to go home because he wants to, but it's our decision to make.
And for the surviving couples,
The rules of the game are about to be rewritten.
Well done, girls.
I was definitely relieved that the Wayne was over and done with and that Dana and I had actually won and won by a landslide, but still we had the decision of who we needed to vote out and, we weren't going to take that lightly.
You guys worked really hard this week. You deserve it.
I think Michelle will be proud of us.
She's going to be so stoked.
7 for you, Philby. Biggest loser of the week.
Yeah, thank you. I've got to share something with you guys. The last time I would have won anything at all was last year. I won Mug of the Week at my local tavern. I got 100 schooners, and me and my mates polished them off the following Saturday. So this is a terrific thing for me. It really is.
Deserve it, mate. Deserve it, mate.
Thanks, man.
Good effort too, Dave. All those injuries, mate.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. It's a pretty hard week at the start of the week, but, to get over 40 kilos, you're the same. It's just one of the goals I set myself, so.
I have no doubt that next week Rick will have like 10 or something ridiculous.
I think it's going to be hard for me to lose much weight from now. I hope I'm not starting to plateau already, because that's not going to be good.
This is the hardest week I've ever worked. And, to only lose 4.4, definitely not justified, but...
So, girls, you've got a big decision to make. How do you feel?
Yeah,
Don't like it.
it's going to be tough. We've got a few people who we want to speak to, and I never imagined that I'd be in this position, having the single vote that would stop someone's weight loss journey here in the house, at least. So it's a huge responsibility to have. Hi, guys.
Hey, guys.
How are we?
All right. Got a big decision ahead of us. Yeah. I guess we just wanted to talk to you both about the alliance being over, and I guess, we just want to know that although it's over, we have our friendship still. And
That's what I wanted to know.
yeah.
Just because the firm's over, I'm still going to look after me mates, and it's just simple as that.
Rick and Joe and Dave and Phil are clearly huge threats in this game, but Caitlin and I do have alliances with both of those couples, and we hope that they will get us as far as we need to go in this competition and be true to that, and hopefully we can trust them.
We respect your decision and we know it's hard, so... don't feel guilty for what you make. No one envies your position.
We'll leave it with you.
Yeah.
That's fine. Thanks, girls.
So, basically, I know you guys like honesty, and you guys are on the list that we have of potentials to vote out, because, Shannon, further on in the competition, you could become quite a threat.
For me, because obviously this is one of us going, not two of us, so I'll speak and fight for myself. Everyone knows how much I need and want to be here. At the moment, I'm in the 170s, and that's great. I weigh less than Caitlin did when she started. But I really hope that at least you, Dana, would treat me exactly like you would your sister and think that I'm not ready to go. Now knowing what you can do when you actually put your mind to it, I'm not someone you need to worry about.
Shannon is only just starting to lose the weight, and he has a huge way to go. He will be a potential threat to us later on.
At the moment, I think you girls should be looking to keep the weaker ones and really start looking at the threats in here.
Hello. Hey, how are you?
Good.
I think I'm good. Hi, this is Chad.
We just want to hear where you're coming from and what your thoughts are as well.
Yeah. Well, I was running the numbers there today, and I'm like, OK, there's 5 girls, and there are 7 boys at the moment. I would do anything to see a female win it.
Yeah.
By virtue of the fact that you're still here, Caitlin, that's you.
Yeah.
Do you want to know, have I got your back? Yeah.
I don't believe Jana when she says that she has our back. I think that she wouldn't hesitate in voting myself out. She sees that I'm close to my goal weight and I think has a bit of jealousy around that.
Hey.
Hello.
How are you? All right?
Good. How you going?
Good. Have you had any thoughts about who you're going to vote out?
We have had
have
some
some,
thoughts
yeah.
about maybe Chris or Shannon.
It might come as a bit of a shock to you guys, but I'm prepared to put my hand up. I've had a few issues with home and things like that obviously I'd like to address, and I'm prepared to, if you need to put my hand up and say you can vote me out.
Yeah.
All right. And I know you've got a big decision and you've got to think about it
Yeah.
and see what you want to do, but I'm prepared anyway.
Yeah.
He has been such a main player in the game so far, and for him to turn around then and say that he doesn't want to keep being here, it was quite shocking.
It's going to be
Big decision.
a big decision, but
All right, girls.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
that's all right.
Thanks, girls.
Wayne thinks he's going to go home because he wants to, but it's up to Dana and I. It's our decision to make, and, you know, we'll make a good one.
Hi everyone. Hi. Welcome to the elimination room. Tonight there are no less than 10 of you facing elimination. And your fate is in the hands of just two, Caitlin and Dana. Caitlin and Dana, at Temptation, you won the right to choose which couple would stand alone. And against all odds, you chose to back yourselves. But it wasn't going to be easy. Your weight loss percentage had to be higher than the average weight loss percentage of the other 5 couples combined. It was a huge ask, but you both rose to the challenge in a big way, blitzing the other 5 couples in the weigh-in and securing yourselves another week in the competition. But with the joy of claiming victory comes the huge responsibility of casting a vote that will end someone's time here at Camp Biggest Loser. Caitlin and Dana, right now you hold all the power, and we're about to find out how you're going to use it. Chris, it's no secret that you and Caitlin have had your differences. Do you think that makes you vulnerable?
I think Caitlin and I just suddenly clashed on a bad day. Apart from that, we've gotten along okay. But yeah, I did upset a few people early on, but I hope I've made amends for that.
Shannon, what worries you most about going home this soon?
You know, it's going to be a lot harder. You know, it's easy here. Yeah, it's hard with training, it's hard with everything we've done, but compared to what it's going to be like when I get home, you know, this is a piece of cake. Bad choice of words, you know, it's a piece of low-fat yogurt, 70 calories. So yeah, I suppose I've got to hope that if I do go home, I've done enough mentally and physically to make sure I can continue on the outside.
Shannon, Caitlin and Dana were quite open about being a part of an alliance that you and Chris weren't a part of. Do you think that will affect their decision in any way?
I'd like to hope that, you know, since Wayne has come out and so have the other alliance members and said the alliance is finished, that that's not going to be the basis of their vote. I'd like to hope that I'll be kept here on my merits and not because I wasn't part of an alliance that was started at the start of the game.
Wayne, are you ready to return home?
I feel comfortable that I can go home. I mean, people say, can you lose the weight when you go home? Well, for 13 years, I failed doing that. So, am I ready? I'd like to say 100%. I'm probably going to say 90 and leave myself open just in case, you know, I go back to old ways. I hope not.
Do you want to go home?
I'm certainly going home to a beautiful wife and kids and family and things like that. It's not a chore, and certainly the tugs are there.
Have you asked them to send you home?
I'd certainly said to the girls that if it was an option to send me home, that I was prepared to go home. you know, for me, it won't be a challenge until I go home and find out whether I can lose the weight at home and keep it off.
Jana, at the weigh-in, you said you were worried that you were going to be sent home. How do you feel now?
I'm still worried, Hayley. You know, I know that there's all the talk that the alliance has disbanded, but the friendships are still there. And for that reason, that puts this end of the table at risk.
Do you think you're going home?
Well, I'm going to sit with 50-50. My bags are packed and I'm prepared, but I would rather unpack them here.
Well, it's now time to find out who'll be the next contestant to leave Camp Biggest Loser. Caitlin and Dana, please reveal your vote.
Hayley, this week it's been the hardest decision that Dana and I have had to make since being here. You know, we do know that our single vote will send one person here home. You know, we've been going back and forwards like all day trying to figure out where we're going to go and if we're going to go with, you know, strategy or, you know, friendship or, you know, personality. And, you know, I suppose it came down to us respecting something that we've said. And that's why we've voted for.
Caitlin and Dana, please reveal your vote.
We've been going back and forwards trying to figure out where we're going to go, and it came down to us respecting something that we've said, and that's why we've voted for. Wayne.
Wayne, how are you feeling?
I was 90% certain that which way the girls would go, and I know how loyal they've always been throughout the whole process. So they've just continued to be the way that they've always been. And it's a big challenge now, because I mean, you certainly put yourself up there when you say that you're willing to go home, that you've got to lose the weight and, you know, and come back. I've got one chance at a 42K race in probably 7 weeks' time to see how I go. I'm just hoping that the demons don't hit as soon as I get home. So I can't speak highly of these two girls. I mean, they've been great throughout the whole process. Today, I suppose, to eliminate someone else here, like a Shannon or a Lisa that really wanted to be here, it probably wouldn't have been really fair. So I'm proud of what they did.
Wayne, you're such a fierce competitor and such a dominant figure here, being the chairman of the Alliance. Did something change over the last couple of weeks?
I just think that my family comes first, you know. That's all it is.
Are you going to miss everyone here?
Oh. Best mate. Like a son. Miss you, mate. You don't get two better blokes. I'm sure his father would be as proud as punch of him.
Phoebe, how are you feeling? Is this the second partner that you're losing?
Feeling a little jinxed, Hayley.
But so far, being your partner, who's had a very positive influence on you, you've had two of the biggest losses at the weigh-ins in the last couple of weeks with Wayne as a partner.
He's been very influential on my time here, and a real motivator and someone who, you know, gives you that push in the back that you need sometimes. And, you know, when I'm having a bad day, he'll turn it around and push me in the right direction or get me onto the scales with a bit of confidence, and you can't replace that feeling, you know? So yeah, I've got a lot to thank him for.
Phil, you and Wayne have become the best of mates here. How much are you going to miss him?
Oh, Hayley, without a doubt, it's the saddest day here for me. You know, he's been a terrific friend to me, you know, and just all the encouragement he's given me, because, you know, I've never had a lot of confidence in my life, much. And I really appreciate you, Wayne. You're a terrific fella. Best fella I've ever met, I reckon. I love you, mate. I really do. Thanks. Come on. Good night. I honestly know, Hayley, that he will come back here and run in his 42 and he'll win it. And I'll install him as favourite. I will. And he's not just a favourite on the track, but he's my favourite as a friend, and his spirit will always be here.
Joe, Wayne's, like you said, been like a father figure to you in here.
Yep.
How does it feel to have him eliminated?
Oh, it's hard, Hayley. Without him and Philly, I wouldn't be where I am now. It's known. I come in here thinking I was tough, but these two blokes made me tough, especially Wayne. When I was down, I'd go talk to Wayne. You know, least I can do is keep charging on for him, and because I know he'll be doing it at home.
Wayne, how would you sum up your Biggest Loser experience?
I'd sum it up as saying it's been the best thing possible. If you don't win the Biggest Loser, I picked up him. I picked up him. I won.
Wayne, Caitlin and Dana have cast their vote. Your time at Camp Biggest Loser has come to an end. But Wayne, you've certainly left an impression.
Thanks, Alice.
Good luck.
Little Gillies. Keep working hard.
Thanks, guys.
Contestants, congratulations. You've survived to play another day. From day one, week in, week out, you've been kept on your toes. You've had to deal with a whole bunch of challenges and surprises that have been thrown at you. And I can tell you, there are more changes and more surprises coming your way. My advice to you, expect the unexpected. On that note, stay focused and I'll see you all soon.
Thanks, Hayley.
Oh, not far now.
Wayne, you weigh 161.5 kilos.
Since leaving Camp Biggest Loser, my life is just 100% better. I have a personal trainer that I'm training 9 times a week. I've changed my whole, I suppose, the whole itinerary of my day, and I bring exercise into my routine where normally I'd say it can't fit, I make it fit. When I drop Sienna off at daycare now, I drop her off, I run home. In the afternoon, I run back, I pick her up and bring her home.
You reckon that's it, cut?
I think what I'm enjoying about the new diet is just the zest for life. You know, you just feel so much better and so much stronger.
All about fun. Yeah.
Before I came into Camp Biggest Loser, I was probably a 6X, and coming back, I'm an XL.
My name is Wayne, 43 years of age, weigh 162 kilos.
It's really, really sad to see myself like that.
I'm a sales broker, selling confectionery, drinks, chips, and everything that you would not believe yourself.
I'm sure there's going to be testing times, but I just can't get back to the way that was. It's disgusting. My life since Camp Biggest Loser is better because my home life is better and just the whole well-being of how I feel. I'm certainly planning to be around for a lot longer.
Next on The Biggest Loser.
Today, the competition is getting a massive shake-up.
Yeah, I was a little nervous, I have to say.
And later.
You'll be ranked from last place to first place as we find out who's the biggest loser so far.
Today, myself, Jana, Lisa and Chris headed down into the lounge room to grab breakfast before we started training, just to make sure we had our energy for the day. And as I've walked into the lounge room, there's an envelope sitting on one of the chairs. Yeah.
Guys, you gotta come downstairs!
We heard Shannon yelling and screaming down the lounge room, and so we all went running down, and he was holding a letter. So we all gathered around waiting to find out what it was.
Air.
Oh no.
It's a letter.
Not the letter. Is that a dinner menu, mate, is it?
Yeah, I highly doubt it.
This is it.
Good morning, contestants.
Good morning.
Head straight to the weigh-in room. Some important news awaits.
Joy. Is that it?
That is it, mate. That is it.
The fact that there's 11 of us, you know, there might be an impromptu elimination or something, so it was a bit nerve-wracking.
Worst case scenario would be Hayley immediately going, Phoebe, you're the only one without a partner, go home. We don't want you here anymore. You're making things uneven, get out.
Expect the unexpected.
You ready?
I guess so.
Let's go, guys. Come on,
guys. Let's find out. Everyone was obviously very excited to find out what was happening, so we all headed over to the weigh-in room, and yeah, I was a little nervous, I have to say.
Walking in the weighing room, it's always a bit of a funny room. You're always nervous going in there and not knowing what you're about to do. I was definitely nervous.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Hayley.
I warned you all that a change was coming. Well, today, the competition is getting a massive shake-up. The rules of the game are about to be rewritten. And soon, you'll all be competing on an entirely different level.
I think the first thing that went through to my head, well, we're down to 11. I thought, well, it could go to red and blue teams, which has happened in past years.
Contestants, so far, you and your partner have taken every step of your journey together. You've had someone to pull you through the tough times, and you've had someone to dig deep and work hard for. At training sessions, weigh-ins, challenges and temptations, you've stood side by side and been counted as one. But as of now, there are no more couples. You'll all be competing as individuals.
I'm not too sure what to expect in terms of going to singles. I will feel a bit vulnerable going up onto those scales by myself, and I'm not too sure how I will go in the competition and how Caitlin will go in this competition.
Best thing for me about being in singles means that it's only my percentage that counts. When I was in the couple with Shan, because of his size and his weight loss, it did bring down my percentage. This leaves room for me to flourish on my own and show everyone what I can do as a single person.
The person who was once your partner, be it your brother, your sister or your friend, is now your competitor.
Me and Rick are very competitive, and going into singles means I'm against him now, so it's going to be a bit of a fun, but at the end of the day, we're going to have to vote each other out sooner or later, and yeah, I'm not looking forward to that either.
You are now 11 singles fighting to stay above the yellow line and clear of elimination. But before you start out on your solo adventure, we need to take stock of your progress to date. This leaderboard will show you how you rate against your competitors. You'll be ranked from last place to first place as we find out who's the biggest loser so far. Your position on the leaderboard will be based on the total percentage of weight you've lost since coming to Camp Biggest Loser. The results of every contestant will be here to see. We're about to find out who's setting the pace and who's being left behind.
Suddenly you're on your own and you're accountable for everything for yourself. So I felt quite sick about it because I had no idea where I would fare on the leaderboard.
Contestants, it's now time to find out where you all stand in the competition. Sitting at the bottom of the leaderboard in 11th place is Jana. Jana, since coming to The Biggest Loser, you've lost 21.8 kilos. That gives you a total weight loss percentage of 18.35%.
I am sitting in 11th. I work hard every day. I don't really know what else to do other than to work harder. And that's what I'm aiming to do.
Sitting in 10th place is Shannan. Shannan, so far you've shed a massive 39.6 kilos. That's a total weight loss percentage of 18.48%. Well done.
I don't think that I could possibly ever get on the scales here and be disappointed at my weight loss, and I'm definitely not going to be disappointed about being in 10th position. You know, yes, my weight loss percentage is not as good as other people's, but I've lost 39.6 kilos.
Coming in at 9th place is Phoebe. Phoebe, so far you've lost a total of 22.5 kilos. That's a total weight loss percentage of 19.4%. Great work, Phoebe. In 8th place is Chris. Chris, during your time here, you've lost 25.7 kilos. That's a total weight loss percentage of 19.94%. Well done.
You know what? That's actually not too bad of a spot. People aren't going to see me as a huge threat because I'm 8th. I can sneak in, stick around for a little bit longer and make my assault on the second half of this competition.
Sitting in 7th place is Caitlin. Caitlin, since coming to Camp Biggest Loser, you've lost an incredible 36.1 kilos. That's a total weight loss percentage of 20.12%. Great job, Caitlin.
It was great to see Caitlin in 7th position, but I know she hasn't really revved up and shown her full potential yet in this competition. If she pulls it together in this next half of the game, she could really smash it up and hopefully be number 1.
Coming in 6th place on the leaderboard is Dana. You've lost a total of 21.5 kilos, giving you a total weight loss percentage of 20.44%. Great job. Holding on to 5th position is Joe. Joe, since the start of this competition, you've lost an amazing 38 kilos. That's a total weight loss percentage of 21.12%. Good job.
Yeah, I'm very happy with the amount of weight I've lost. I always knew that I was going to be below Rick in the percentage, but now hopefully I'll catch him sooner or later.
We've now arrived at the top 4, 3 boys and 1 girl. In 4th position is Lisa. Since you started your Biggest Loser journey, you've lost a total of 25.9 kilos. That gives you a total weight loss percentage of 21.25%. That is truly inspirational.
I'm thinking, oh my Lord, I'm one of the top 4 and I'm the biggest female loser so far, and that's far exceeded my wildest dreams.
I was really blown away by Lisa being the top girl. It was something that I never really thought about her being a threat, and she's been flying under the radar a lot, and that really exposed her as being someone who could take out the title of the Biggest Loser.
And then there were 3. Phil, David and Rick. One of you is the Biggest Loser so far. Sitting in 3rd place is Rick. Rick, so far, you've lost a massive 39.6 kilos. That gives you a total weight loss percentage of 22.94%. Congratulations. Now we are down to just 2. And as it turns out, it's the two members of the grey team, Phil and David. As it stands, you two are the ones to beat. As a couple, you two have proved to be a powerhouse combination. But your individual results have shown that you don't need each other to be at the top of the table. The results are so close, but one of you has established a clear lead over all of the other contestants. Holding the #1 spot in the competition is David. Congratulations, David. Since coming to Camp Biggest Loser, you've lost an incredible 42.7 kilos. That's a total weight loss percentage of 25.79%. That's amazing.
I've been pretty much dogged by injuries since day one. With all the blood, sweat, tears and pain that I've been through since I've been through the front door of Camp Biggest Loser, I sit here today and I know it's all been worth it. To know how much I've changed and how different I am and how much weight I've lost, I'm extremely proud of that and know that that's going to set me up for the rest of my life and that I'm going to live longer.
David, you've now lost over 1/4 of your body weight. So, how's it feel to be the biggest loser in this competition so far?
No, it's just a good feeling and it's certainly giant steps on where I want to be. So I'm feeling pretty proud of my efforts at this moment.
Do you still feel you've got some left in you?
Well, there's certainly plenty there, Hayley.
Well, David, it's now official. You're the biggest threat in this competition. But this leaderboard update is not quite over. Phil, since arriving here, you've lost an impressive 34.2 kilos. That's a total weight loss percentage of 23.28%. That's amazing. Well done. Phil, second place. It's a nice position to be in.
Yeah, it is, Hayley. I'm finding it a bit amusing, to be honest with you, because we've just gone it alone, and as you probably know, I've trained mainly with Wayno and with Joey, and Dave's done his own thing because he's had a lot of injuries, obviously, and it's just been a bit of a fluke, really, but we'll take it. But can't promise how much longer it'll keep going. But
See my name up on the leaderboard there in second spot. You know, this is a better achievement than I really sort of gave myself credit for, so it really pumped me up and made me feel really good.
Contestants, you are now 11 individuals vying for the title of the biggest loser and possibly walking away with up to $400,000. Looking at the leaderboard, it's clear to see who the biggest threats in this competition are. David, you've been revealed as the top contender, but that also makes you a marked man. If you fall below the yellow line, the other contestants may seize the opportunity to send home the game's biggest threat. And Lisa, if you continue recording fantastic results, you could be the first female winner in Australian Biggest Loser history. From here on, you're going to have to switch gears if you're going to stay above the yellow line. It's time to dig deeper than ever before. Throw everything you've got at this game and pull out all stops. Good luck, and I'll see you all soon.
Thanks, Hayley.
I think the fact that the game has gone to singles has shown everyone, you know, it's game on. We're near the top 10 and, you know, there's not long to go. And if you want to be there at the end, then, you know, now's the time to really get in there and start looking after yourself.
Coming up,
on that leaderboard, 4 of the bottom 5 are from my training group.
the leaderboard has a cost,
4, 3, 2.
and Shannan's team pay the price.
Oh my God, black t-shirts.
Oh, what? When I picked up my black t-shirt, I was like, you know what? I cannot wait to put this on. This is the start of my journey, me, on my own.
David, the biggest threat in a competition now. Joe.
They're really big.
Putting my black t-shirt on, it was a lot smaller than my green one, and I thought this is a bit cool. I've gone down a couple sizes, and I was actually pretty excited to go into singles.
Any big surprises about the leaderboard?
I didn't think Berkey'd be right down the bottom there. I really didn't. I know you've lost the weight.
I knew coming here that my percentage would be an issue.
And Lise?
Lisa. I was blown away, I tell you. Yeah.
I think
On the alpha dog.
You're an emerging. But I reckon, seriously, you could win it, Lisa. If you got down to 60 kilos, that's 50%.
Can you imagine me at 60 kilos?
Yeah.
I don't think I've been 60 kilos since I was probably 10.
You could get lower than that because you're short.
Never say never.
I didn't actually process the fact that, you know, I could be the biggest loser, but Jana's in my ear constantly. You could actually win this, do you realise? And if I'm here long enough, then I'll give it a good go.
Who's feeling vulnerable now you're all alone? Anyone worried about their position?
You gotta be.
Every couple, if you think about it, every couple, there's like a person in the couple that's generally pulled bigger percentages. And I mean, like I turn around to Lise and I'm backing Lise the whole way. I think she's outstanding. But at the end of the day, Lisa's always pulled me up the leaderboard because of her percentage. And without her, then that makes me vulnerable. And most of us in our partnerships, one of us has always pulled bigger and one has pulled littler. So going to singles is totally going to change it for us.
I want my training group above the yellow line and I want to change those percentages on the leaderboard. On that leaderboard, 4 of the bottom 5 are from my training group. All right? You guys are now the underdogs. In training today, the contestants need to realise they're responsible for themselves. The yellow line's in play. You lose less weight than somebody else, you fall below. There's no use having one strong partner and one weak partner anymore. This is going to be short, hard and fast. It's training session. It's about lactic acid. It's about getting in and burning the legs up. So give it to me hard and fast, guys. Think about where you are on that leaderboard, how it makes you feel. Lisa's the perfect example of what a positive attitude can do, what a difference it can make. Lisa, I'm so bloody proud of you for being 4th on that leaderboard, girl.
Thank you.
The first girl, #1 girl is Lisa.
It's always nice, you know, when somebody acknowledges the work that you've done, and to have Shannan say that he's proud, you know, that's a nice feeling.
1 minute down, 1 minute to go, we're halfway there. No one goes below the eye line. There's no charity given this week, guys. Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's go. There was definitely no weak links in my training group today. Good. 4, 3, 2, time. Nice work. But I had something special for them. The next task was simple. 50 bodyweight squats, 50 crunches, 50 bench press, and 50 kettlebell swings. But there was a time limit. I wanted everybody to finish in under 4 minutes. Ready, set, go. Let me see, guys. I want to see you fight for your life, whatever you can get. Got 4 minutes. Shannan, great work. That's it, Chris, good. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm only going for 4 minutes, guys. How many times can you get through? Now it's personal. Shannan's first one down to the first set. Nice. Show 'em what you got, big boy. Fight your way off the second bottom of that leaderboard. Jana, you got a point to prove, Dale. Let's get you off the bottom of that leaderboard. 31, 32, that's the way to do it. 34. Good, Shanny's just about ready to go here. Should be close. That's the way.
I think everybody in the room has their own point to prove. Mine at the moment is for everyone to start realising I am a threat in this competition. I can sneak up behind you and bite you in the butt.
Done, Chris. 20 seconds to go. Well done. 3 minutes 40. Go, please. No time for rest. Come on. 7. Let's go. 6. Work, please. Work. 5, 4, 3, 2. Well done. I want you through. I want you through. Go. Come on. Double time. Double time. Who's done? Time, time, time. How many?
I had 14 left.
4 minutes was up very quickly. I thought I was smashing everybody, and then all of a sudden I was beaten and didn't finish.
Find your spot. You know what it takes now. Not a dress rehearsal. I want everyone done. Chris was the only contestant who finished the entire circuit in 4 minutes. I know what each individual is capable of in my training group better than anybody else. They needed one more go at it. Time to fire up. Ready, set, let's go, let's go, let's go. 4 minutes, guys. Good, Phoebes. Good form. Jana, abs on. Work the hips, bang. Good, good. Quick with them, mate, quick with them. That's the way. Get these out of the way as quick as you can. Good, eyes up, look at me. Eyes up, good, now go. Straight arms, good, go, good. If you go into a challenge believing you can do it, you can do it. Their bodies hadn't changed in that time. They were actually more fatigued and more tired. But what they'd done is gone into the last section with a positive frame of mind and they'd kicked it to the curb. Oh, look at those! That's what this session's about, guys. It's about the guts and determination that you possess. No partners here. Let's go, let's go. 50 seconds. Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you do it? Done. Phoebe. 3 minutes 15. Lisa. 3 minutes 18. Oh, yeah. Come on, Johns, come on. Can't let those girls get ahead of you. Done, Chris. Done, Shannon. 3:20. Nice work. At the end of the session, I was so happy that my contestants had finished that circuit and done it all within the allotted time. One thing's for sure, nothing's a given this week. Everybody's focus should be on weight loss. Don't worry about alliances, don't worry about game playing. Eat well and train hard and you'll stay above the yellow line.